happiness is everywhere. As long as we have some close friends who will share their daily life with you. And I believe you can always make them smile again. But when it comes to be deep sorrow, it is not that easy anymore. Now, please think about the following question with me together. What would you do to comfort a crying friend who had just lost his girlfriend tragically or had lost his dear mother? Before you finish constructing your own answers, I'd like to display the most common pattern of dialogues with you first. Time point 1. Around the moment that tragedy happened, you find your friend crying hard. You may say, "What a tragedy! How could that happen on you?" Oh, no, it's really an unacceptable fact, but don't cry. If you need any help, please call me at any time. And please take care of yourself. Time point 2. 1 month later, when you find your friend still crying for that tragedy, you may say, "Don't cry, friend. There are always other nice girls around the world. Forget her. You were a better one." Or, "Do not cry anymore, friend. The dying of your mother is already a fact. She wouldn't come back. Try to restrain your grief and accept the change." Time point 3. Half an year later, when you find your friend hasn't recovered from his grief and his life has become a mess, you may say, "Come on, friend, look at your house and your life. You should care more about yourself and not feel that sorrowful anymore. Be brave. Go out from sorrow and back to the public." Time point 4. 1 year later, when you find your friend become worse and worse, and what you had done for him are all in vain. This time, you may only want to talk to yourself. He's so defeated that no one can rescue him. I had done whatever I could do for him throughout this whole year, but all my devotions are eventually in vain. He's over frustrated. Since he still failed to see the bright side, there's nothing that I can help him now. In the end of this dialogue, I'd like to ask you further 2 questions. In your mind, how long should a person clean up his sorrow? Or is sorrow really needed to be cleaned? If you make a summary from these dialogues, you will find the main purpose for consolation is to ask you back to normal as soon as possible. But here, the definition of normal: frustrated leads to people. In our society, pause, stop, and obstruction are closely related to no growth and failure. We anticipate facing the successful and brilliant sides, quarantine loneliness, hopeless, and failure. We pursue efficiency to solve any kind of problem and hope the results are worth our pain. However, we may well survive in our occupations because of our positive attitude and the efficiency we have. But it makes us hard to solve one kind of problem: solve the strong emotions such as sorrow. We hope our friend could be efficiently comforted by our encouraging words, quickly clean up their sorrow, and appreciate our devotions. Once they fail to perform as what we expect, we would quickly give up because their long-term frustration seemed to make our devotions in vain. On another side, those who suffer from sorrow are also hopeless. They hope they can recover as soon as possible to appreciate our devotions. But sometimes they just fail to do that within a short period. In order to avoid looking abnormal, they cannot but to conceal their sorrow deeply, deeply in mind. Pretend they had put it down. Pretend They are as normal as you. Finally, few want to deal with sorrow anymore, and few want to express their sorrow. That is because we didn't understand. Sorrow need not be solved, cleaned, or removed, but need be experienced and gone through. Tragedy would stay forever, but as long as we will treat it, we can make it not so painful. So, please allow yourself to feel sorrow. You are the only one knowing how hurtful you to lose such an important person in your life. On the road of recovery, you have your own pace. You need enough time to finish your work of life. And you are also the only one knowing how much time is truly enough for you, not the criteria set by the society. Tragedy, sorrow cannot be rudely treated and concealed. Only if we carefully and patiently treat it and go through it can we comfort sorrow completely. But at the same time, please do not complain about the misunderstanding of your friends. You can still receive their love, but please bravely follow your own pace. Please allow yourself to feel sorrow and express sorrow whenever you need. You don't need to pretend happy unless your wound does not feel hurt anymore. Toastmaster